Alright, this is update, I believe, number 3. I'm on week 3 of the rebuild. At least for the top half, not the bottom block. But as you can see, I got the ARPs installed, ARP head studs. And what I did, you can see the thread chaser back there. I used an M12 by 175, I believe, by Advanced Auto. Oh, let me cut. And let me just show you. I'm manually exposing right now, so you can see what I'm talking about. This here's a tap, and it's just because what happens is, please excuse my manual exposure settings. The head bolts, those aren't head bolts, those are head studs. Let me show you what a head bolt looks like. I kept them all nice in here in this collection anyways. This is what came on the car. And what happens is that these threads, they don't stay, they flex. This torques the yield, and over time with the pressure of the engine and the cylinder head, these things, they stretch. It's always recommended, no matter what, to not reuse these, okay? Spend the 30 bucks, get yourself another set, or if you want to be like me and convert to studs, now is the time to do so. Why am I using studs, you ask? Well, first of all, when you see exhaust pieces and other things that require high torque and pressure to keep clamped down, they're not bolted. They're studded with a nut, as you can see back there. So, yes, this set of ARP head bolts or head studs was over $100, yeah. But my philosophy is, if I'm going to do something, do it right the first time, overbuild it, so it never happens again. I already picked up my head. It's in the van back here. I don't have the keys right now, but what I did was, I wanted to see how they all fit together and how they lined up on top. And measuring, oh, there we go, let me grab that. Measuring the old head bolts, I wanted to know, okay, are the threads close enough to where they need to be? It needs to be 2 1/3, 2.75 of an inch. And that's what I will look at. I'll look at, let me get that focus right there. Make sure the thread reaches right about there. You got a space or two along where you're not, and it'll go down more. I wanted to make sure they're all lined up decently. And right now, just clean up the water pump. Where is she at? Right there. And they got that's the water pump. There's the new water pump right there. That's the water pump housing. Oh, and if you're wondering what this is a rust remover that I deeply recommend. It is safe, it doesn't hurt your hand, it's not harsh chemicals. You leave it in there for an hour to 12 hours or more, and I can show you some of these results. These were pure brown. Same thing with the clamps. Anything that I needed to take rust off, I just let it there. I let it stay there, and it worked great. So I recommend them. And as you can see, I don't have too much space. I have a small air compressor back there, because you do, after you tap and drill these, you do want to blow the air out, okay? You don't want any of that debris to be there. That's why I have it all taped up. I also got this sucker from 3M, this bristle brush piece attachment. The angle grinder came from Harbor Freight, but this right here, this is softer than aluminum, so it won't hurt it, because I still had a little bit of material left to take off from the head gasket, and I wanted perfect seal. And also other update, the fuel injectors, 565cc WRX 2006 model variants. I had the old 440s, which was a mistake because I was maxing those suckers out at 8 pounds and not just getting 250 to the wheel, which wasn't my goal. My goal, hopefully after all this said and done, will be closer to 280 or so. Oh, and that box back there, yes, it has a 2J Racing mid-pipe, 2.5 inch, and I have a Flowmaster catalytic converter to go with it. What else am I going to change here? This hose, it's rubber. It's a high temperature hose. This is my old drain. And what I just did, I just bought a 16AN, the S is 1 inch in inner diameter, 16AN braided hose, so it could go back down there. Let me see if I can't raise the ISO anymore, can I? 64, yeah. So you can see down there where it's at. That's where it goes down to. That's my old drain, had that welded in. Instead of risking this crinking, or what I can do is just, there's a clamp right there, I can clamp that down and it won't crink. But yeah, you're like, where's the turbo and the manifold and everything? Well, I had to take it to the machine shop. Let me go back down. There we go. I had to take it to the machine shop, make sure everything's flat, nice and straight. Because like I said, yeah, you know, a job like this from Nissan or any place is going to cost me, well, $1,500 to $2,000 for basic OEM things. And that's just a head gasket. For about, it's cost me almost $600 so far. For replacing everything that I have to take off. That includes gaskets on the exhaust, turbo, everything, and water pump, ARP head studs, you know, upgraded parts. It's costing me $600 or so, and I have that philosophy: do it right. So I don't have any other parts here, but I do also have another product to recommend. Where are you at? Oh, I threw it away. No, I didn't. Yeah, so this is all my junked up stuff. Yeah.